When you find a real estate platform that aligns everyone in the entire company financially by making us real estate agents owners, so when the average agent wins, everyone wins, that's the secret to success. And when you surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneurial people who absolutely love what they do, they love serving people, they love God and life, and you put yourself in an environment of high energy, high producing, positive people every day, you can't help but succeed in business and life. We are changing the real estate industry and changing real estate agents' lives. Welcome to the Financial Freedom Forever podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Financial Freedom Forever podcast. I'm excited to be talking to a friend of mine, a longtime friend, Jaime Charouf from Miramar, Florida. He's been in the real estate industry and the mortgage industry for 20 plus years. And he's got a couple of companies, Easy Funding Group and Easy Realty Investment Group. So welcome, Jaime, to our podcast today.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah,
Very honored to be here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing with our listeners a little bit about you and your business and how you might be able to help our real estate agents out there and the buyers and sellers out there that are looking for mortgages, et cetera. So thanks for joining us today. And let's start with just tell us just a little bit about yourself personally and business-wise, about your businesses.
Thank you. Well, I've been in the mortgage industry or in the real estate space basically for over 2 decades. I started the Easy Funding Group back in 2000, Easy Realty Investment Group back in 1996.
Oh, wow. Okay.
2006, I'm sorry. 2006.
Okay.
So it's been around for a while in helping agents and, coaching them and trying to get better every day in what we do. So, yeah.
All right, fantastic. So yeah, let's just jump in a little bit and learn a little bit more about the mortgage industry right now. I mean, most of the time we're always talking about real estate, being that you have your mortgage company. Wanted to kind of share some of the things that you're doing, what you're offering to the public and to real estate agents out there. What are some of the I'm sure you deal with all the average mortgages, conventional and FHA and VA and that kind of thing. Is that correct?
That's right. That's our bread and butter. Basically, your basic FHA, conventional, it's VA loans. So all of those we do, and obviously also we do the 203K for rehab loans.
Okay.
So anything really that's what is the needs of our borrowers, right? Everyone is different. Everyone is unique in their own ways. So we always try to help them out in every way we can.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Is there any like specialty products, anything that you have that others don't, or anything that you specialize in more than others, or?
Well, I can say, I have the product, but basically I do say that everything that's currently on the market, we do offer it. We do a lot of specialty, like especially in the South Florida area. You have self-employed people where basically they're not, putting everything on their tax returns. So we do have utilizing bank statement or using cash flow or using P&Ls. So all those products we do offer just to make sure, those borrowers are getting the help they need to have, to get the home ownership basically.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What's your process as far as, getting all the mortgage information? Do you have people come in and see you? Do you have a website that they can put all that information online, or both?
Absolutely. We offer the client whichever is easier for them. Okay. So basically, most of our clients, basically nowadays, everything is online, right?
Right.
Where they go to our website, they apply automatically, they fill out a small questionnaire, which takes them really 5-10 minutes the most. And automatically it will give them the list of documents that we're going to be needing. And then we can, we'll follow up and go over everything and try to make sure we have everything from the borrower and get things done for them. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. What is your website that people would go to check you out or to make application?
Absolutely. It's easyfundingonline.com. And basically we have a wealth of information on the portal. And as soon as they click on apply now, and that's when they will be asked to register in our private portal. And as soon as they do, basically it's going to be a few questions to be answered, and then it takes them from there. Very
All right.
simple.
All right, fantastic. And it's easy funding. It's the letter E, and then is there a dash or just Z funding?
It's the letter E, the letter Z, fundingonline.com.
Okay, so what we have scrolling there, that's correct, right?
Yes, yes.
All right,
yes,
great. We'll
yes.
keep that scrolling there so people can have access to that. So where do you see, I mean, I know you don't have a crystal ball. What are the rates right now? And I know different products have different rates, but approximately where are the rates right now? And where do you think they're going? Do you have any idea what your gut feeling is at this time? Or?
Well, I mean, like you said, we don't have a crystal ball, but I know it's there's so many things going on in the market right now, and anything that's anything global thing that happens, it does affect our marketplace, right? For the last few months, we've seen an increase in rates, but we're also seeing things we're looking that will be improving. Will be improving because our mortgage rates really they follow. Basically what they've been doing right now with the hike, trying to control inflation. So as soon as we start seeing inflation going down, we're going to see our rates also following that. Okay, so we're definitely seeing right now, a year and a half from now, we're going to start refinancing everything that we're doing at this time. So like I tell everybody, let's fall in love with the house, not with the rate, and with the rate we can deal with afterwards. Because we are going to see things improving for sure.
Yeah, and it's hot. I mean, I know you're right here in South Florida. Do you cover the entire state of Florida, and do you cover outside the state? What's your area?
Just the state of Florida. Just the state of Florida.
Entire state. Okay. All right. Fantastic. And let's see. What's your turnaround time? What's your average turnaround time for once you get all the information you need from your clients? How quickly do you normally get the closing for people?
Basically, the setup that we have is very easy, and most of the times, what it takes the longest, sometimes getting the documentation from our borrowers, right? But usually, as soon as we get that, every document's in. We get on a call with the client, we review everything, make sure we have everything correctly, we run credit, and usually the same day we're getting that pre-approval done. Okay, so it's really quickly getting them under contract and closing table, depending on the product. Normally we like to be in there within 2 weeks time. If it's a very simple, conventional FHA loan, as soon as we have that appraisal, usually we're all set to go. And as long as we have everything from the client. Okay. But also we have that, depending on the program, sometimes it can go to, the 30-day, closing, depending. So every product, every lender that we utilize a little bit different. Yeah.
Well, I know, we've known each other for many years, and I know you and your team are hardworking, available, and
thank you.
It's always been great to work with you. So that's why we want to get you on the podcast and get your information out here, especially for our South Florida and our Florida business partners, et cetera, to reach out to you. What advice can you give to people? Say they need to clean up their credit, or they don't have, they don't have their credit right where it needs to be. What advice can you give those people? What are the first things that they should work on? And what's the lowest credit score? Can you work with somebody to get them a loan? So there's an exact certain number?
We can go as low as 550. We can go as low as 550. As far as working with credit, I always tell people, obviously we always need to look at it and give them advice on where it's at and how to fix it. But always, the rule of thumb is not to have more than 30% available based on the limit. So if you have $1,000 limit on a credit card, not to exceed $300 balance on it. That's really the rule of thumb, just to keep the credit in line. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that we go with the client and help them with the credit and so on. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Great. That's good to know. As far as the products that you guys offer and the service, there's tons of real estate people out there. There's tons of mortgage people out there. What's your kind of claim to fame, Jaime? Why should people do business with you over and above all the other options that they have? What do you offer or guarantee, or what's your specialty and claim to
Absolutely.
fame?
If you go to Google and look at our Google review, it's really, really about follow up. And that's what I've been seeing for the last few years, where a lot of agents and borrowers, they have it's complaint. They don't follow up with us. They don't let us know where we at in the process. And we really, really do a great job at that. It's so where the agent knows exactly where the client is at, where the borrower knows exactly where they're at any given time. So we really do a very good job at that. And I think that's really the key, right? Any successful business is really do the follow up. And if you do that right, I think that's 90% of the work.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, follow up is everything. Especially people, they're getting their mortgage, they're getting their, getting packing, getting ready to move. It's can be a stressful full time. They want to know what's going on, right?
Exactly.
What do you have? What is there anything missing? Anything that they need? And is everything on track? So when closing comes, you're ready to go with the funding and you're pre-approved and ready to go. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. Follow-up is a big deal. And just knowing you for the years that I've known you and even getting together for this podcast, we were going back and forth, just making sure we're all set and the follow-up was great. So that's that's a big deal. So I agree with you there.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Anything else that you'd like to share with our listeners on anything about the mortgage industry itself, or things that you look for to help people, or anything that you can give advice to people that are looking for or shopping for a mortgage? What's important besides just rate?
It's working with a good mortgage broker is very, very important, right? Because I believe anybody can, do an application. That's very easy. There's no science to it, right? But, structuring a good loan for that particular borrower, I think that takes a lot of experience and takes a lot of, communication with the borrower. And we see it in my business, basically, where we have a lot of repeat customers and they come back for a reason. And that reason is, you're taking good care of me. You're telling me everything you're telling me, you're talking about, it is there. I don't have any surprises at closing where my rate is higher, where my costs are higher. I mean, all of those things are very important. A lot of people, they just go about after, shiny objects. And, sometimes they give them something online that's, very low, but when they start the application is one thing, and when they end up at closing, something totally different. So those things are very important, and honesty and being transparent, right? Which is and to me is very important. I mean, that's why we've been, over 20 years in the business. I've seen it right now in the business, and you've seen it yourself. When the market starts shaking up, a lot of realtors, a lot of mortgage brokers, they just bail out, right? And just the strong ones, and the ones that really have it as a true career, is the one, standing there and helping borrowers, agents, and just to get through this. So I think that's very important.
Yeah, I agree. That is super important. So thanks for sharing with us. Can't think of too many more questions for you, except if somebody wanted to buy the rate down, I'm assuming they can do that anytime. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, right now it's been very popular, the 2-1-3-1 buy down. It's and again, what I tell people, those are very good alternatives to high rates, where we getting doing a lot of those. And then, a year and a half from now, when we see rates coming back down, uh, I don't think we're gonna ever gonna see them in the twos like like we had the last couple of years. But it's bringing them down to a decent rate. I think that we're definitely going to see that in the next year or so.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, hey, your name says it all. Easy funding, right? You make
Try
it
to make
easy,
it easy.
and you've been doing this for over 20 years, 2 decades. I know a lot of your business is referrals and past clients, so that says a lot. So, thanks for joining us today, Jaime. And if the listeners out there, if you have any questions, you got Jaime's phone number right there and the website. Just go on there and make application. Call them. I can, speak for myself. It's always been a pleasure to work with you, Jaime, and looking forward to doing a lot more business here with you as our market continues to evolve. Right? You've been down here in South Florida for a long time, and I'm sure you'll be here for many more years. I know you're remodeling your own home right now, right?
Yeah,
we talked about that. So that's exciting. Well, I appreciate you jumping on our Financial Freedom Forever podcast today, and we look forward to doing a lot more business with you here in the future. Jaime.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate. I really appreciate. Honored to be here with you today.
All right, awesome. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Listen to what our business partners are saying about our FFF group.
Plenty of leaders out there, and this is the kind of group, the Financial Freedom Group, is you're not serving Andre, Andre's serving you, okay? Here's what I mean with this, perfect example. So I sent out these 50 emails referencing Andre, and I thought, as a courtesy, I'm going to copy Andre on this, so he sees what I'm sending out, right? Just professional courtesy. This was on a Saturday. Sunday morning, before I get up, getting ready, everybody's getting ready for church and everything, I look, and Andre, on his own, of his own volition, personally reached out to all 50 of those people, individual email, on his own. Well, I didn't ask for it. He did it on his own. That's the kind of support I'm talking about. That's the kind of leadership that I'm talking about. That's the kind of leadership you deserve, everybody deserves, everybody should ask for and expect in any company. We have it in the Financial Freedom Group. So thank you, Andre.
To get your questions answered and learn more about why people are joining EXP by 1,000 people a week and partnering up with us, please go to partnerwithandre.com or click the link below, check out the videos, and let's have a private conversation.